What's up, guys? Nested ASMR here, and welcome back to another ASMR video. For today's video, I wanted to do something different, I guess. Actually, not really different, but this is going to be kind of like a Spider-Man free roam gameplay slash game review. Kind of give you guys my thoughts on what I think about the game. And it took me like, I no life the crap out of this game. It took me like 2 days to finish it, and I finished it. I 100% of the game. I platinumed it because it's Spider-Man, bro. There's no way I'm not gonna play the crap out of this game. And I was like, I kind of waited to like, I was gonna make this video a lot earlier. By the way, spoilers. So giving you a spoiler warning, I'm gonna talk about the game. It's gonna be non-spoiler free, so if you do not want to get spoiled, please do not watch this video. Because there will be spoilers, and you're probably seeing in the gameplay that there's spoilers, but whatever. So I wanted to make this video a lot earlier, but my brother really wanted to play the game, so I let him borrow the PS5, and he played it. So I kind of waited for him to beat it, and he beat it yesterday. So now I have it back, and I recorded this gameplay. The game is amazing. This is definitely contender for Game of the Year. Do I think it'll win Game of the Year? I don't think so. The game did kind of feel a little bit shorter compared to the Spider-Man PS4, and I'm going to be mostly comparing it to that because this is a direct sequel. Well, it's actually a sequel from both games, Miles Morales and Spider-Man PS4, but I feel like Spider-Man PS4 had a longer campaign than Spider-Man 2. So, starting off with the gameplay. In terms of gameplay, this game takes it up to the next level, like 100% from Spider-Man PS4 to Miles Morales, which was an improvement, and then from Miles Morales to this game, it's a great improvement. The game looks amazing. The game feels amazing, especially so I played it on performance mode on a 120 hertz monitor, so I got like, it was 1440p, 60 frames. I don't really care much about fidelity. I prefer my games to look smooth. To me, it just feels better on the eyes. But graphically, even with performance mode on, the game looked fantastic. I'm definitely gonna replay it, only in fidelity mode next time, to see, to kind of experience the game in its most, graphically maxed out settings. There have been quite a lot of changes to the gameplay compared to the previous games. They added probably the biggest one was the wingsuit. I really like the wingsuit in this game. I like wingsuits in a lot of games, and it really works, right? But for Spider-Man, it really works. I mean, it's comic accurate. Spider-Man did have kind of like a web wingsuit in a way, and these guys, Insomniac Games, did a fantastic job. It feels fantastic. Being able to combo and switch between, traversing with web swinging and the wingsuit it feels great. And adding those wind tunnels to kind of make you zoom across the map in a lot quicker. It feels great, especially when you're going across the Hudson River, like going towards Brooklyn or Queens or like Astoria. It makes traversing feel amazing. The combat, so the web swinging, not much has changed. The foundation is still there. They just added wingsuit on top, which is great. And then for the combat now, the combat is probably one of the biggest changes in terms of gameplay as well. So in the previous games, you pretty much had your regular combo attacks along with your finisher moves, your superpower moves. Like you would have like a superpower move, kind of like an ultimate ability, and like for each suit, every suit has their own. And then you would have the gadgets. What this game did was they kind of took away a lot of the gadgets in the previous games, which to me is like, I don't know why they did that. I really wish they had kept the gadgets and then added upon the combat, but it's whatever, nothing really we could do about that. They added a new set of abilities, one for your equipment. Like your equipment is essentially like kind of like abilities, right, that recharge for like every finisher and whatnot. And then you have your other abilities, and as you progress through the story, you unlock a second variation of each of your like 4 abilities that you have, or more even. Actually, that's more than that, which is actually really, really cool. And this goes for both characters, both for Spider-Man and for Miles Morales. Miles gets the new Venom abilities, and Peter Spider-Man, the OG Spider-Man, he gets the Venom suit abilities. One, he gets a set of abilities for the symbiote, the regular symbiote suit, the Black Spider-Man, and then he gets another set of abilities for the anti-venom, which, spoilers, but I warned you guys, towards the end of the final act of the game. I think the combat is really nice. They added a lot of cool new combos in the game, especially in the air, like being able to bounce people, while they're in the air. You slam them to the ground, bounce them back up to continue the combo, and then you can like web swing, kick, and then lift them up to continue the air combo. That's really, really sick. I love that. And also another big thing they added was the parrying. I like parrying. They did a good job. Like, it's not too much of the focus. You can still do your time to dodge, but what I don't like is how you kind of have to use parrying for the big brute enemies, because before you would just dodge them, right, like a time dodge, whip them up, and then continue beat them up. But they kind of took that away from us. They kind of made it so that for brute enemies you're forced into parrying, which I don't mind, but I kind of wish they had kept the foundation of the previous games and the combos, and then just simply added on top of it. They added a lot of cool tricks for Spider-Man, for Peter Parker, and I love it. Like, that's what PS4 Spider-Man was lacking. Like, the Spider-Man was just he wasn't as fluid compared to Miles Morales. And the traversing in the game is spot on, and they added upon that, which was fantastic. So, what other gameplay? Traversing, fantastic, smooth, nice, hell of, like, really enjoyable. Also this game, man, the fast travel in this game is probably the best fast travel I have ever seen in any game so far in my life. It's like, oh my god, how smooth it is and how quickly it is. You won't really need to use it too much, but when you do need to use it, man, does it deliver. It's insane. Literally zero loading time. You hover over any area you want on the map. You simply hold the fast travel button. Granted, before that, you have to actually unlock like the fast travel for each area of the map. So, like an area like Midtown, Brooklyn, Astoria, Queens, like the business district. All these areas have their own separate progression bar, and you kind of level them up by doing side missions in those areas, or like these crime, these like what are they called? Crime events, or doing like just any campaign mission there too. It'll progress that progress bar in that specific area, and you have to do that to unlock the fast travel. And once you do, granted, the traversing in this game is so good, you won't really ever have to use it, but it is instantaneous, man. I love it. It's so good. My one gripe with the change of the gameplay compared to the previous games, so Spider-Man PS4 and Miles Morales, stealth was actually a very major part in the game. But because of these changes in this game and how they took away some of the gadgets, they kind of like stealth is completely like negligible. Like you do not need to do it anymore, and it's not even that good anymore. They did add the zip line, which is a fantastic addition as well, especially for stealth. However, it's like they went 2 steps forward and then they went like 1.5 steps backward. It's not a complete deal breaker, but nonetheless, the stealth is not the same compared to the previous games. I wish they had kept the gadgets from the previous games, like the web tripwire and all that. Like it would have been really good. Because then the stealth aspect, like the foundation of it, would have been there, and then they would have added upon it with the zip line, with the web zip line, and it would have been like perfection, literally perfection. So that's my only gripe about the gameplay. Other than that, this game is fantastic. Now, in terms of like performance, it's also amazing. I love it. It's nice, smooth. I didn't have any frame drops throughout my entire playthrough. There have been a lot of reports of like crazy bugs, and I was very fortunate enough to not run into any of those bugs. I have run into some small bugs where in one mission with Miles Morales, when they first introduced the lizard, like it was in the gameplay reveal trailer, that mission, where you sneak into a building and you have to you fight the hunters, Craven's Crew, in that warehouse. One of the NPCs, one of the enemies were like completely disappeared off the map, and then I was like, I could not progress to the next section of that mission, and I waited like 2 minutes or 3 minutes, or no, it was like 2 minutes, and then out of nowhere he just spawns in the back. Either I didn't see him, or but I looked at the map and nothing was there. And also another minor bug, or actually this one is really minor. So when I was traversing through the map, I went in this one area underneath one of the bridges. I think it's the Manhattan Bridge, but I saw like 2 NPCs literally walk through a concrete, like a fence, like a small concrete wall. So that was like, okay, I guess. But other than that, there have been people that had like glitches where you would see like the characters in the cutscenes, and they would have nothing but their head, and the rest would be just invisible. So I was fortunate enough to have like nothing game breaking. So my playthrough was really nice. So in terms of gameplay, I'm gonna give this game a 10 out of 10. It is amazing. In terms of performance, it is a 10 out of 10. You'll rarely get any FPS drops in any scene. Insomniac Games did a fantastic job, and I cannot wait for this game to come out on PC next year or whenever Sony decides to release it on PC. But because the mods for this game are going to be fantastic. You get a lot of suits as well in this game, and right now we're rocking the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit, and I'm so happy they added that in this game, and they did a really, really good job with it too. It looks way better than some of the modded ones in Spider-Man PS Remastered, sorry. Also, for a lot of, like, they kind of reused a lot of old suits in the previous games for both Miles Morales and Peter Parker, which was kind of like really, like they could have used newer suits. However, they added a new system in the game where you have like 4 different color options for almost every suit. So all of the previous suits that were in the previous games, other than like 3 or 4, you're able to use them but give them like a different color scheme. It could be like green and purple, white and gold, or like black and red. They look amazing. So, I love them. I love the suits in this game. What else? Okay, so gameplay 10 out of 10, performance 10 out of 10. The music is a 10 out of 10. The music in this game is phenomenal. They did a really good job, especially like the theme song for like Craven Hunter, Venom, Spider-Man, Miles. When they're both together, it's amazing. In terms of like story, now this is where it gets kind of, it's not really iffy per se, but it's not perfect. The story for this game is fantastic. In my opinion, I think, okay, it's longer than Miles Morales, but I think it's a bit shorter, in my opinion, than Spider-Man PS4. Like, it felt shorter. The story is really good. In my opinion, I think Spider-Man Remastered, the PS4 version, had a better story, like, overall, than this game. I don't know, like, something about, some of, like, the crazy big scenes, like, the emotional scenes, it did not hit me as hard as the Spider-Man PS4 story did. That one felt a bit more complete. This one was, it kind of felt like it was kind of like dragging on. I mean, I didn't feel bored. Like, the pacing was really good. The pacing was really good, and thank God they did not add any like boring. Well, there are like 1 or 2 boring missions, but at least the MJ missions are not like boring. Dude, the MJ missions in this game, bro, they made her into John flippin' Wick. She's insane in this game, and I honestly loved the missions with MJ. I thought they were like a breath of fresh air. It was good. It was really cool. You guys definitely need to play the MJ missions. It's fantastic. There was a couple of missions where I was like, and they were mainly side missions where I was like, really, like, you're really making us do these? Like, the side missions in this game, I think, were a lot worse than both Miles Morales and some, not all, some. There were some really, really good ones. And the one with Harold, and the one with the grandpa who was missing, those really, they struck, like, I teared up. It was beautiful. Like, they did a really good job. And the side mission with the fire, the flame. That was a great side mission. Like, I wish there were more of that. I guess in the side missions in this game, because those were really, really cool. And then spoilers. I mean, we're already too deep into it, but finding out that that is Cletus Cassidy, aka the Carnage. So we are most likely going to get a potential DLC or a new game, but I don't think he's going to be in Spider-Man 3. I honestly think he's going to be a part of the DLC for this game. Or at least I hope he is. We're going to get a Carnage DLC, which I cannot wait. I have been begging for like a video game. Like, I want to see Carnage, a good movie of Carnage, not Venom 2. Venom 2, I did not like that movie at all. My brothers and I, we don't like it. They ruined the Carnage. They ruined Venom. It was not good. That's just my opinion. But I really want to see Carnage in a video game, like a modern video game, not like in Ultimate Spider-Man or that Spider-Man game back in like 2000 on the PC. I used to play it in Turkey a lot as a kid. But another pretty okay. These side missions were not that good, but they were challenging, and they were the ones where you have to follow these drones, these Craven drones, and then it leads to Chameleon's hideout, and there's a really, really cool Web of Shadows Easter egg in there, which is pretty sick. So Chameleon is probably also going to be in the DLC for like future DLC for this game, which is going to be pretty cool. What else? The Mysterio side missions were actually really difficult. I kind of played them a little bit too underleveled. The one where you had to kill, or not kill, sorry. Actually, no, dude, Spider-Man, legit, like, I honestly feel like the Spider-Man in this game murder people, bro. Those finishers are ruthless. It's insane. There's no way a normal human being is gonna survive them. But the one where you have to defeat like 20 enemies under a minute to get a gold, that one took me a while. But I think once I leveled up and I got back to it, it was easy. But other than that, like, the side missions weren't all that. Other than like 3, they weren't all that captivating to me. Like, it didn't really make me go like, holy crap, that was insane. But the main story, going back to the main story was amazing. We got another bug here. Yeah, this is pre-recorded gameplay, so. But another bug here, but okay, I gotta say one thing. The boss fights in this game are definitely the best boss fights in any Spider-Man game I've played so far. They are freaking insane. High octane, high action. Some of these missions and fights are amazing. Like, they keep you, bro, your butt is clenched. And I was playing on the at the time, the highest difficulty. So the highest difficulty is spectacular when you start, and then once you beat the game, it unlocks ultimate, which is, the hardest difficulty. I am gonna play this game again, but I'm waiting for a new game plus to come out, which is probably gonna be released like in December, along with like the first DLC most likely. But going back on track, let's see. The boss fights are fantastic. Another part of the gameplay I actually forgot. So right now in my settings, I have you're able to turn off the swing assist in the game. So and it applies like 100% physics to your web swinging, and if you do not correctly like web swing, and you're near and you touch the ground, it automatically cancels the swing. And I also added fall damage to the game as well. Like they added it. It's a setting now, and the game, I love it so much because I've been wanting this since Spider-Man PS4. Because now the game really feels like the web swing is actually challenging, and it gives me like Spider-Man 2 on the PS2 vibes, and I love it. It's so much fun. I would definitely recommend, after beating the game, to reduce or completely shut off the web swinging assist and add the fall damage. It completely changes the traversing, gives it a much bigger challenge, and it feels great. I love it so much. But yeah, man, the storyline with like the beginning of the game, that first mission is nuts, and then you get the Craven, and then you get that first mission with Craven when you're saving Dr. Connors. That whole thing is insane. That when MJ was sneaking through with the freaking taser gun, like that was insane. That was a really nice mission. It was cool. It didn't feel slow paced. The whole storyline with Harry and Peter was done really well. Miles' storyline with Martin Lee, oh my god, I think, in my opinion, that was definitely the highlight of the game. In my opinion, I thought Insomniac Games did a fantastic job kind of ending the side story between Martin Lee and Miles Morales. It was fantastic. I loved it. I loved it so much. The dynamic between Miles and Peter is amazing. Like, Miles is a straight up GOAT. He is a straight up GOAT in this game. Let's see what else. The Lizard they did a really good job with the Lizard. We got a decent amount of Dr. Connors. It wasn't like, we got a lot of Lizard in this game. We got a good amount of Dr. Connors in the game. Let's see. The Venom fight was like the first act of the game. That first mission is insane, and then things kind of like slow down, right? There's a lot of annoying missions, like Peter and Harry going back to Midtown High, and those flashbacks were nice, but the missions were like really like, I'm riding a bike, like what the heck, so stuff like that. Like there were a lot of slow-paced missions in the game in the beginning of the game. After the first act ends and we get to the second act, which is, I think it starts after Peter attains the symbiote from Harry. Dude, it doesn't, like, it picks up its pace a lot. It gets really good. Then Act 3, bro, we go from like a Spider-Man Insomniac game to a freaking like web of shadows, like symbiote everywhere. It picks up real quick. And also definitely one of the best freaking missions I've ever played in the Spider-Man games, all three games. That Venom mission where you get to play as Venom was amazing. I absolutely loved it. It was so good. The Act 3, 10 out of 10. Act 2, 10 out of 10. Act 1 of the game, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10. Amazing beginning, but then they like slowed the tempo down. Like, it's like you're going 150 miles an hour and then they just stomp on the brakes. It felt like that to me. But again, it does pick up really quick and it is good. The acting, phenomenal. Like, the voice actors did a fantastic job. So there's like a first phase and a second phase. Sometimes at a third and a fourth phase. I remember I was fighting a villain for like 3-4 times. Like you would deplete its health bar, then fight him again. Deplete its health bar, fight him again, deplete its health bar, fight him a fourth time. I was like, yo, why are they making the fights extra long? Like it was kind of like Dragon Ball Z fights. It's like you beat them and you think it's done, the fight's over, and then all of a sudden, next episode of Spider-Man 2, will Spider-Man beat this villain? Like the lizard fight, you fight him like 4 times in a row, like back to back to back, and then Venom, that final fight scene, dude, it took like, I fought him like 5 different times, like back to back to back. I was like, bro, what's going on? So it's like a small little gripe, but other than that, that fight was nuts. Venom, they did a fantastic job with them. I'm really excited for the future DLCs in this game. And right now in the gameplay, I'm just like messing around with the photo mode. But I give this game a 9.5 out of 10 overall. It is definitely going to be contender for Game of the Year. But I don't think it's gonna win. I think I'm gonna put my money on Baldur's Gate 3. I think Baldur's Gate 3 or Legend of Zelda, because it's freaking Legend of Zelda. It won. It always wins. But I honestly think Baldur's Gate 3 is probably gonna win this year. That's just my opinion on it. But anyway, yeah, 9.5 out of 10. Definitely a must buy if you have a PlayStation. If you don't, buy one and play it, man. It's so good. I cannot wait for the mods on this game when it comes out on PC. Oh my god, it's gonna be amazing. But yeah, man. Yeah, 9.5 out of 10 is my final review, like my final score for the game. Right now, I'm just like making like a cover. I'm probably gonna make this my thumbnail. And yeah, I really do hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please feel free to leave a like, comment, or subscribe. And yeah, I will see you